The Order, 1886.
I'd buy this game if it was 1886.
The hot topic for this game right now is length, so I'll get it out of the way first. I finished the game in about 8 hours on the dot, which is honestly surprising to me. There was a video of it being done in 5 hours, and most have said on average it takes 10 to 12. I took my time and explored every space I saw and soaked in all the absolutely stunning visuals. So I was a little surprised to have only taken 8 hours considering how slow paced I went. This video does absolutely no justice to the graphics. You cannot fully appreciate them without playing it yourself on a nice TV.
Go!
The gameplay is very Gears of War duck and cover style. Sometimes the AI teammates are intelligent and others they are dumb as a bag of hammers. The enemy AI seems to be pretty intelligent most of the time, and you're able to tell that a lot of time was spent on their dialogue.
More escapees coming from the alley.
The transition from cutscene to gameplay is absolutely incredible. It's almost indistinguishable, but if you pay enough attention, you'll see where the cut is. I remember being blown away by the in-game graphics of Final Fantasy X, thinking it was so near cutscene quality. Honestly, it wasn't even close. But this game is definitely the definition of cutscene quality in-game. My favorite part of the game was the takedowns. You can tell there's so much time spent on these. All of your surroundings are interactive with takedowns, and it's so much fun seeing how different spots had different animations. The gunplay is great too, but I'd play the whole game through doing takedowns if I could. You'll see a lot of elements from other games here. That's not a problem in my opinion. They took what works and implemented it here.
Alright, let's go.
This game has your typical bullet time, but it is really lacking. You cannot aim, period. It's super annoying. It just randomly targets your enemy and you shoot, then move to the next guy. It's especially annoying because there is a trophy for getting X amount of headshots during Black Site, but it's aggravating trying to get. A lot of hate is being thrown at the QuickTime events, and I don't really get it. There are only a handful of legit QTEs where that is the only objective, and other times where it was just press X to dodge, which you'd be doing anyways. The game just tells you to do it. The game has little exploration in reality, but you're so well distracted from that by the objectives and quick pace. There were a few fun mechanics such as lockpicking and using Morse code. The lockpicking was your typical right stick rotation, but it had a different spin on it that I really liked. As you rotate the stick, the vibration changes and you activate your tool. The Morse code part was actually really cool, I thought, but it was literally used once, and it was only like 5 taps. It could have been used a few more times at least. One thing that I thought would be really cool is if they had a mini game that was strictly Morse code, and maybe see, how many words per minute could you type using the Morse code. What you do is on the trackpad for the PS4 controller, you do a quick press or a long press. A lot of reviews have said that there are so many cutscenes, and I have to tell you they're right. Tons of cutscenes, and a lot of your gameplay is just a quick walk here or there leading to the next cutscene. At times I felt dialogue cutscenes could have been gameplay of the characters just walking to the next destination while talking, but they made you watch it instead. One disappointing thing to me is that when the battles are starting to get really fun and intense, they just abruptly end and then it's a cutscene. It really kills the mood because you're tensely fighting enemies and then all of a sudden you put the controller down so you can watch more. One other annoyance is the lack of consistency with ability of the character. They tell you what button to use to run, and right after that you're unable to do it. The game is too controlling. They tell you when you can shoot or even have a gun out, when you can cover, when you can roll, when you can run. Just let me do my own thing, let me play my game. Some of the science weapons are really cool and have some awesome effects. Blowing up buildings with certain weapons was such eye candy to me and so unexpected, I had to stop to just take it all in. When you do explore, you'll find photos and recordings that are sort of rewarding, but I wanted more. More alleys, more nooks, more areas to find hidden stuff. Even if those items were useless, I'd like to be rewarded for exploring the game. Even though I felt like I explored every area, I didn't get the trophies for collecting everything, which is surprising to me, and that in itself is giving me motivation to play the game over again. There were a few times in the game that I was genuinely scared. I could feel my heart pounding, and it added to the enjoyment of the game. In addition to the graphics, the soundtrack is absolutely amazing. It complements every single step of the game perfectly. The ambient sounds put you into the game so well that you want to pace yourself just to take it all in. If I had to give the game a 3-word description, it would be attention to detail, and that's true in every aspect of the game. My last grievance with the game is that it kind of does just end, leaving you wanting so much more. You're totally justified in wanting more too. It should carry through just a few more chapters, but it doesn't. It just ends. If you're looking for a $60 game that you're going to get 100 hours out of, obviously this is not the game. Do I think The Order is worth $60? Honestly, that's a tough question, but I'm going to have to say no. I really enjoyed it, and I personally got my $60 worth out of it, but I don't think it's enough to convince everyone else that it is. Even at $10 cheaper, I think $50 would be a lot easier sell for most gamers. I was really excited about the game for a long time and I followed it, so I was going to buy it regardless, but I think for the majority of gamers who are just saying, oh, I've read all the reviews or I've seen all the videos that the game doesn't live up to the hype or the cost of entry, honestly, I challenge you to judge the game for yourself and see what value it offers to you. If you don't want to spend your hard-earned money on something you don't think you'll get absolute value out of, then don't do it. But if you're looking for something that's fun and has a unique setting, then I definitely think you should consider buying The Order. Thank you everyone for watching The Order 1886 review.